Like all of a sudden I'd be trying to prove that I'm not crazy when I knew I wasn't crazy.
Right.
I can't believe you actually do that. You actually started. I was joking when I said that. And you actually started this stream. Not on our channel, by the way.
Yeah, we're not on our channel, are we? Hello.
I can't.
I guess we've hijacked What Real Entertainment tonight. I don't really know how that happened. There were other people that were part of this channel, but none of them are here at the moment.
No.
It's us. It's strange, isn't it? It's weird, right?
It's a little. It's not. It's not that strange. It's kind of what we do over there at Schmoe the Money.
Yeah, absolutely. Like did you just comment on the video that you're in right now to say, "Oh my god"?
Of course.
Oh my god, you really make
The hell?
There he is.
Oh, hello. How are
The
you?
man, the myth, the legend, Suge Knight. How's it going?
What's up? Just waking up. It has been a very long week. So
I bet.
But you did get some good news this week, though.
I did. I'm getting my soul sucked.
Yeah.
No, that
absolutely.
would be me.
No, yeah, I know the good news.
Man.
What's up, Ryan? How you doing,
Buck's so
Cam?
excited to go meet up with
Ash.
a sentient vacuum. I'm sorry.
Yep. Ashley, Rocket Movie, Tyler. Hold up, I gotta take some. What is it? What's that shit called? You get heartburn medicine right now because I'm old.
Heartburn medicine, like soul sucking gives you heartburn. Is that it?
Pretty much.
Like
Like
you
and
just
like an
climax
idiot.
you just
and like an
climax
idiot,
and
I'm drinking
immediately get
oranges.
acid reflex.
Matt's gonna watch this back and be like, "What the fuck did I just do?"
As long as we don't bring up Elmo, we're good.
Hey, I told Jeff no Elmo. If he does it,
look, the Elmo thing was a very specific thing. There was a certain context there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I forgot sleep.
Yo,
what's up, Corey Cameron? How you doing?
What's
buddy?
up, Corey Cameron? You're awesome, man. Thank you.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much. It's a very specific why Elmo is shared at that random time in the middle of the night. It's because Video Drew didn't know that there was a talk show hosted by Elmo. In fact, let me bring it up right now. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that because last time I brought up a video of Elmo hosting a late night dog show. Sesame Street copyright claimed the video.
I don't think that would be.
Is that what got us copyright?
Yeah. It was
a claim, so it's fine. It's a claim, so
it was a claim. And you know what's crazy is even with that, we still had like close to like 220. Is 220. Now, by the way, I just want to say here, we do have someone popping in, a good friend of the show. Very, very fun to
like
talk.
all of a sudden I'd be trying to prove that I'm not crazy when I knew I wasn't crazy.
Right.
Evan Bush,
the man
that
gave us the clip. The man that gave us the clip.
That's the
You're
biggest
very welcome
mistake,
for that.
Evan. That's the biggest mistake. You giving us that damn clip.
I'm going vertical. I'm at the emergency vet right now.
Oh,
no!
Everything okay?
What happened? Are you okay? Is a hamster stuck up your ass?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my dog, I took my dogs out earlier. That's not a euphemism. I really took my dogs out earlier.
Oh, you're the one who let the dogs out?
Oh my god! How did y'all all go for that exact same joke? But my dog came back in and he was limping and shit, and so like he wouldn't. He had something in his paw, but he wouldn't let me touch it. He kept nipping at me, so brought him here, like a responsible guy.
Poor guy.
Responsible.
Poor guy.
So are they being looked at right now? Are you not able to be in there with them? Like, what's going on?
No, they have like COVID protocols and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the car waiting for a call. So if I just drop out of here at any moment, that's why.
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna plug this in and see if my audio will still work. Hold on.
Go for it.
See, does that work? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Why does it look like
Nice.
Gold Leader's doing a drug deal for us right now?
I am. I've got I got a whole trunk full of.
You know what I really think is
illegal
going on?
contraband.
Evan
What's up?
drove up to Philly and is sitting outside of Thomas Harper's house right now. I really think that's what's going on.
Is that where he is? I wondered where he is.
He's not in Philly. No, I'm in Philly. Harper's not in Philly. He's around Philly.
Yeah, but brought him to the Philly area.
Yeah,
That's
kind
a
of
lot farther north than I thought he was. I thought he was in like North Carolina or something.
Yeah,
I
no,
knew
he
was
feels
East
like a
Coast.
Virginia dude, doesn't he? Like
I'm waiting for him to come outside so I can break his ankle.
Hey man, look, here's the deal. The buzzer doesn't require ankles.
Oh,
Which is happening.
I just want black.
Everything went blank. He probably was getting a phone call right now. Anyways, so
we'll drop it.
but what a way to end the call there, man. What a way to just disappear because he got called for his pet.
I hope everything's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope
I
his
miss
dog's
late night
okay.
with Kaiser and Gucci. Yeah. So Evan had to drop out because he's a responsible dog parent. Maybe he'll come back later. Hopefully his dog is okay, though. I think that's very important.
For sure.
In the meantime,
or
we
we get a video of him, and Thomas Harper fight.
oh, I would love that. So like, I've been given power here, and I don't know what to do with it.
I mean, everybody has power. I got power.
No, because I've never been behind someone else's channel before. And I just want to like click around and like click everything, but I don't know if that's good, if that's appropriate. Like or if I should just continue, like, is Matt gonna be fine that I uploaded these videos?
Yeah, it's gonna be fine because we're gonna use that later.
Absolutely.
Like I'm gonna use that. Like, don't tell them that it's uploaded, and then I'm just gonna use it randomly.
Yeah, no, you
one
absolutely
day.
should do that. Meanwhile, things that we don't have uploaded that you guys have uploaded that are always very fun is something like that thing. So, anyways, what are we doing here? What's going on? How are you doing, man? You watch any of that Schmoe down shit, or did you just go to sleep?
No, I was watching it while I was sleeping. Like, I'm able to do that. Like, I'm able to watch matches while I sleep.
He's that talented. That's what
I'm that talented. Like, it's just I have it beamed into my head while I'm sleeping.
Gotcha.
But I did get to watch some of it. Why don't you start us off with? Is this like an actual reaction show right now? Like, we're actually going to do a reaction?
I mean, we
No,
can't. I sent Jeff the singles bracket if we want to talk about that.
No. Because Monday I'm doing a whole show since you assholes didn't want to do a show with me.
Well, we decided to take a break off. Oh, wait, by you saying we didn't want to do a show with you, you mean to say we took a break off from doing our own show and you took that personally?
I did.
Is that what you
I
mean?
did take that personally. Jeff. I felt like you disrespected me like normal. I felt like
Jeff disrespects everybody.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it to me. He knows better. And now I am going to have to, when I see him at Spectacular, things are going to happen to him that he's not going to like. And we won't talk about
Jeff can just do this because you're so short and you're
that don't mean nothing, Brandon. Brandon, look at first off, I almost killed you the first second I met you, so let's not go there.
Because you slammed on the goddamn brakes. No, seriously, my heart went like this. Whoosh. Yeah, I was like, ah!
What are you doing, Jeff?
I don't know.
Sugar hot take alert.
I like how it says Sugar hot take. Are those supposed to be ice cubes or sugar cubes?
I have no idea.
Probably sugar cubes because
right.
I have
sugar.
All right, everyone, welcome to Real Geek Core. This is the show.
What are you doing, Jeff?
He's having too much fun. Matt, what did you do? You gave him the power. I'm not sure that was the smartest idea.
Listen, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. By the way, Shug, I watched the first episode of Masters of the Universe Revolution with Paulina the other day. It was a lot of fun. I haven't watched the other 4 yet, but I really liked it. I know that you really dug it.
Yes, we did say hot take, and shout out to Lunch Break Hot Take, Brian and Jose, the homies. They were on a podcast today that was real fun to watch them. It's kind of cool when you see other podcasts interact with new podcasts, or I know this podcast has been around for a minute, but right. They're a sports podcast and I love sports. So, I mean, Buck doesn't like sports because his teams suck. The Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, Oh no, Phoenix won. Phoenix winner was okay this year.
Yeah, that actually felt nice when the Suns won.
Yeah, so
on
it felt
the
nice to
round.
actually win. You
Yes.
know, unlike me, that all my teams just win championships. So yeah. Jeff is a little kid right now pushing on a damn button. Stop it, Jeff.
Yeah, you're right.
And at guard 6'4" from Kentucky, welcome to DC, number 2, John. Whoa!
All right. I'm clicking everything. I'm sure all these things have been shared on one of your shows at some point. I'm just under the Spin from the Real tab. I'm not going through everyone else.
Yo, what's up, Joseph?
What's up?
Yeah,
What's up,
that video is random as hell. That was a TikTok I made for Nick Harley when he got called up from the FCL to.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Hold on 1 second here. Evan, how's your dog? You're muted.
Can't hear you, buddy.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Oh no.
Oh no.
Listen, Evan, I'm so glad you're here. We're making really great content with this. All right, goodbye.
Poor Evan.
Do you guys want to talk about the matches, or we just want to shoot the shit?
We will.
Is this working?
You there?
There we
Yes.
go.
Now it's
Hey.
there you go.
We're doing whatever we can to not talk about matches at the moment. How are you doing?
I'm gonna try and plug this in again because my phone is
Go for
very almost dead.
Go for it.
There we go. It's working.
Boom.
So
How's
they
your
called
dog?
me. They're probably gonna call me again. They didn't find anything in his foot. I don't know what's going on now.
Maybe he was just pimp walking, Evan. Maybe
Yeah.
he was just pimp walking.
I might be out a couple $100 for nothing. So I'm very
No,
I'm
I
so
get. Look.
excited.
What is it? Martin Luther King Jr. week, like that Monday last year. My
Yeah.
cat was just throwing up a lot and like not happy when you would pick him up from the stomach. He felt like his stomach was like really like expanding, and he kept throwing up multiple times in the night. So we brought him, and they said, "Yeah, he's got gas." I'm like, and yeah, that's what happens. Sometimes like
Should've just
something
did
real
that
ridiculous
video.
happens.
That's you should just did that
Yeah.
video, Jeff, where you put him on his back and like roll his legs up. Have you seen those
Yeah,
videos
no.
with the babies? Like I need someone to do that to me. I gotta lay on my back, you take my legs, you start rolling it forward, side to side, and just kind of making me fart. So that way it gets all out. Like
Yeah, no, but I get it, Evan. Like you want to really yeah. Also, Paulina wants me to clarify. She wanted to check. We wanted to make sure that there wasn't a blockage as well, because she.
I've
heard
had
me
that
say
issue
now.
too.
I mean,
I've
but
had-
like,
I've had
look,
that
when
issue.
when a pet is in pain or something, and you don't know what to do,
yeah.
you really want to make sure they're doing okay. I remember when that happened with my cat, and I'm sure tonight you wanted to make sure how your dog was. I'm sure you felt really scared.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Matt, what have you done?
Incredible. I'm proud of that one. That was really great. That was fantastic.
Jesus Christ.
Damn. You got it. You got it. You killed it. That was great.
Oh man, yeah.
No, how have you been, gents? How's everyone?
How are
everything's
you,
been
man? Are you
good.
getting ready? You're getting ready for the big tournament. You excited?
Oh, is there a tournament? I had no idea. Yes.
Yeah, you're going. You got
I'm-
Laura or Nikki, depending on the
I
outcome,
better
right?
I better start doing something here soon, man. I'm dying out here. I don't know what's going on. I gotta start studying.
What?
You gotta start.
I
What?
gotta start studying sometime soon.
Start studying. I mean, I got a tip for you to start studying. You should watch the movies. They're pretty good, most of them.
Okay. I see. I've only seen like 8 of them, I think. So, yeah.
Ah.
After I
Well,
stopped.
that's your
after
problem. There's like
Last
11,
Jedi.
12
That
of
was
them.
perfect ending. There's 12.
There's 12.
Well,
when you include Clone
if you
Wars,
count-
yeah.
There's a bunch that you can count in that as well. And the holiday special is like 2 hours long. I don't know if y'all realize that.
Yeah, that's basically like that's like a TV movie.
Yeah.
But
I
like
love it.
technically, like even though it was theatrically released, wasn't Clone Wars technically a TV movie because it's just like a couple episodes tied together?
Yeah, it's like they play it on Cartoon Network and stuff. I don't know if they still do, but they did. So they played it on TV all the time. But
Yeah.
and then the Ewoks movies, those were just straight to. I think those were TV movies too.
Those
I've never
were TV
seen.
movies here, but they were in theaters like in Europe. Like just
Oh.
ask Bibbs. Bibbs has been like pushing for years to get the Ewok movies in the Star Wars division.
Right. Yeah. No, I disagree. I don't think we need that. I don't need to study. I don't need to study 2 more movies that I've never seen before.
Absolutely.
But I make do. Like I said, I need to start studying sometime.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all you got to do. It's like, yeah, this is pretty much just me playing Matt here. I had no choice.
He did. I told him I was gonna be here.
Look, real talk. All right, Suge could have
God damn
easily
it.
just run the show. You didn't need me to do this here. I don't think I can do it with the other ones though.
Yo, what's up? What's up, Gunner? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Maddie? Yeah, so we're 15 minutes in. We're not really talking about
Maddie gonna.
we were gonna talk maybe at some point about, I don't know, the Schmoedown or something, but I'm glad that we call these hangouts because we don't really actually talk about Schmoedown until like we feel like it. And I don't know about you, but I don't really necessarily feel like it yet. But we did have some Schmoedown matches tonight. And some people won and some people lost. Some of it went down really nicely, some of it was disappointing. What did you think about seeing your guy JTE
Take down whiny little baby.
down the former singles champion Adam Collins?
Yeah, what was that? What was that? Whose shot was that at? Buck? Somebody's a whiny little baby.
Whoa, no, I was talking about the second match, dude.
No, not.
I'm asking the
Oh,
Engage member for his opinion.
Yeah, I thought.
Damn, Buck just be going for people's throats all of a sudden.
Yeah.
All right, goodbye, Buck.
Buck's been canceled, you guys. Just
right.
letting everybody know.
So, I watched a very little bit of the Snyder match, and I've watched nothing of the JTE match. I know that he's good. He won. Great. I'm glad we're in third right now. We're tied for third right now. It's basically like we're tied for second, okay? Because there's 2 people tied for first, and we're in second.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that.
No, you're in third. First and second are tied. That's how that works.
Right, but 2 people tied for first. 2 teams tied for second. I'm gonna say we're second.
Sure.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But so yeah, I actually just learned JT's name like literally like this week. I didn't know.
So you've been talking to him this whole year and you only just learned his name is Josh?
His Twitter handle's JTE, like that's all I know him as. He's just JTE. I don't talk to him like that much. I mean, he's in the group chat all the time, but like we're always engaging in the conversation at different points. So it's like it's a little complicated. But yeah, I just now learned his name. So yeah, I'll watch
just now.
Yeah,
his name is Josh Tapia.
Yeah.
They made jokes about his name like for years. You must have just not paid attention to any of that.
No, see, I didn't come into the Schmoedown like as a whole until like this year. I watched the Star Wars division for like almost as long as it's been around.
Right.
Am I breaking up?
No, you're fine.
I'm breaking up a little.
Right.
Okay, I'm good.
No, you're fine.
No, so I didn't really watch much of the regular Schmoedown apart from like I had seen like one of Kevin Smith's matches before. And that's basically it. So I didn't know shit about JT. But yeah,
gotcha.
He's a good teammate. He's a good friend.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. And now that he won, it's gonna be him versus Chance, who beat Snyder there, and they both played really, really well today in that match. And when it comes to when that other match airs, I don't know which player should be really scared of the other one, but I guess we're gonna find out when that plays. All right, goodbye, Matt or Evan. I guess
so my comment that I made about being a whiny little bitch was about Snyder. Whining about his 5-pointer, that new releases question.
Yeah, well, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's only on the new releases list, so he should have known.
You think he studies? I don't. I think he didn't even look at the list. I really
study. He's not like that. He works based off of what he already knows and just what he experiences.
Okay, so this movie, I Still Believe.
It's a wildly weird movie.
So okay, but it was released on VOD in March.
Yeah, no, it was released in theaters, just like Onward, just like Bloodshot, and then COVID hit, and then it had just like Onward, just like Bloodshot, an early release on video on demand. But it was a theatrically released film in March. No, it did not there. It didn't. So okay. I mean, but like,
because I'm reading an article on the site. I Still Believe I was released early, and
yeah, no. Which site are you reading it on?
Collider.
Oh,
who wrote the article?
What?
Who wrote the article?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Look who wrote the article. Hey guys, you want to know who wrote the big article? Everyone's sharing about it going live early on VOD.
Wow,
Jeff Snyder.
Wow, no, because shout out to ASG had posted in the Watt Discord, and he was like, he messaged me, he's like, hey, and he read it, and he's like, look at it, I'm reading, I'm going, I'm like, okay, why are you telling me this? And he's just like, kind of like, he's like, and I'm like, you just pointed it out to me, I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
and then you're like, look who wrote it, and I'm like, oh yeah, Jeff Snyder, duh. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, and this is the ironic thing. It's a new release. He wrote about new releases. He's big on the new releases stuff. And like it's funny, like why did he complain about it again? Just like he's like, are you really gonna ask me that question there? I was getting up and like taking care of some other things at the moment.
I don't remember what he was complaining about because that's when my Wi-Fi was really shitty. So I'd have to go back and watch.
Yeah, I don't want to pull it up and like bring the video out for like to share because it's still in a pay-per-view status. But I did receive a message here. I received a direct message from Thomas Harper. Evan's not here, but we are to relay a message. Maybe Evan's listening. Maybe we'll share it again later. The message is to tell Gold Leader to throw himself into the sun.
Yeah. Solid, maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, a faith-based film. Faith-based was yeah. What is that there? What is it? Because it was a faith-based film. What is it? Because he's Jewish or something? Is that what it was? Because if that's the case, that's very funny considering who told me about I Still Believe to watch it from the new releases list is Video Drew, who's also Jewish. So that's a weird argument. This is Gold Leader. Is this you? Is that you, Evan?
Mr. Bushka.
Oh man. Oh yeah, he's Jewish. They asked him a Christian movie. Yeah. I mean, Video Drew knew the movie. She's the one who told me to watch it. Yeah. No, like I said, yeah. Story Room is my production name. Oh, that's cute. Whoever said that, I want their address. Well, it was Thomas Harper.
So his complaint is because he's Jewish.
It's because he's Jewish, and they asked about a Christian movie.
I don't get it.
Are we gonna get Nick? Oh, hold up. So are we gonna get? Okay, so I gotta be careful with how I say this because are we gonna then start nitpicking like that with other categories? So if Ben Bateman gets a 5-point Black Cinema question, is he gonna be able to complain and say, "Well, I'm not black, so I don't watch those kind of movies," or have a question about what other things? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get it. Just so you know, Alan, he wasn't just putting on a show. Anyways, we're gonna move on from there.
No, Jeff, I don't think so either.
Look at this. Damn him, Bushcar. Gold Leader wants us to know for Thomas Harper. Damn him. It's not a traditional new release you'd be asked about. I mean, on the one hand, that's not totally inaccurate. Most faith-based films, quote unquote, that we kind of like lump into that group aren't normally asked about. Like, we don't hear about God's Not Dead. We don't hear about War Room. But maybe they once asked about Miracles in Heaven. Maybe they once asked about God is for Real because that movie made $90 million. Not really sure.
Well, at least Thomas Harper will be happy.
We understand. Please make sure your dog is okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But thank you for stopping by, man.
Appreciate it, Evan.
Pull up the box office for I Still Believe. I bet it made no money because it dropped right as everything shut down in theaters for COVID. Exactly. But here's the thing. It's on the new releases list. I've seen the new releases list. And the other issue is like they asked for the lead actor of a film on there. They asked for the
made 16 million worldwide. Wow.
So yeah. There is definitely a difference between those kinds of movies, but like at the end of the day, the new releases list was listed. That's exactly it. Yeah. They were provided which movies counted in 2020. It was not a VOD release. It was put in theaters. They just didn't make a lot of money because it came out right before and everything shut down. So it got an early VOD release as a result.
It came out January 10th,
and
2020.
Here's the thing. Who was it? Brandon Hanna who complained about this one movie not being an IG movie before?
The Green Hornet.
Remember that?
Yes.
Because all players were provided the list of 2020 releases that count for them to actually study. And this was on the list. So just like the argument of this is not actually like eligible because of this, that, the other thing, it's on the list. It was on them there. Yeah, Green Hornet, Alan Smithy said. Green Hornet. So same thing. It's on a list that they're provided. Yeah. It's on a list that they were provided. So end of the fucking story. You can complain about it for all you want, but he's just mad that he didn't know the answer.
It's just funny because he wrote the article about his VOD release back in March.
Doubly funny because he wrote the article. But like, yeah, he writes a lot of articles. He does a lot of interviews, but still, it's funny. The funny is just like, I think it's very funny as a result. But no, it definitely was in theaters. I know, because like that's all I fucking did before all this stuff came down was I followed box office. For the last year and a half, I haven't been following box office. That was one of the things I read every single day was box office reports. It's a movie that was released theatrically and then everything shut down. So just like Bloodshot and The Hunt and Onward, and I think there might have been one more movie, but it was like those were the four movies right there that came out like right before everything shut down. So like the day that everything shut down was the day when A Quiet Place Part 2 was supposed to come out in theaters.
I also thought it was funny in this match. Snyder gives Chance Wizarding World so that it's off the wheel for him. He's like, I don't want it. So he's like, let me give it to Chance because he said he didn't study up on Chance because he's not a threat to him.
That obviously wasn't true. But let's be honest though. I think if you talk to players honestly, they'll give you an honest answer. And I think Jeff, you're right on the money. He just didn't know it. And so he's upset at himself. So he has to make some kind of excuse to be like, well, the reason I didn't get the answer. Who did I talk to? Or somebody mentioned this, and it made sense now. A lot. It was Perry and Bateman when they did his show. Perry talked about one of the hardest things about the Schmoe for her is she is a writer and she does all the interviews and everything. So if she gets a question wrong, people might think, wait, she doesn't know how to do her job technically.
Yep.
Which is dumb.
That's a great.
Which is dumb. Yeah, which is dumb. Like
optics thing to think about.
Yeah, which I think is dumb because this is a sport and everything like that. But at the same time, if you think about it, Jeff is a respectable writer for movies and things like that. So in his head, he might be like, shit, I don't know this. And then now he's like, people are going to look at this and be like, well, what does that actually Jeff Snyder know? Da, da, da. look at you just lost the match. You just didn't know the 5-pointer. It happens. Look, Bateman lost on a question that I knew on a 5-pointer, and I don't know any 5-pointers, but he didn't know this, so it happens. So it's nothing to be ashamed because it's a sport. But I think a lot of these times they take it personally, and they actually it hits them. Because Perry talked about it. She said, if I didn't know the answer to something, I felt like my credibility was not credible anymore. Which like it's like, no, that's not a thing. Like, but I get where she's coming from because it makes sense that people would point to that. Well, right. You're a credible writer, but you couldn't answer this question in a movie trivia game. Oh, I don't know. Like, that shouldn't be a thing, but I get where it's coming from. And look, maybe not having Roxy there was maybe an issue. I don't know. I can't speak for Jeff. We'll see. Jeff has always been one of those players that has just look at it. He's just one of those players that's hard for him to when he goes downhill, he goes downhill. And we've seen it a couple times with him. So I understand.
Now, someone else who has never gone, who we have yet to see go downhill, who always is able to kind of keep themselves composed, even if the questions are pretty tough, and they're always able to come out on top. We got the Major, Thomas Harper. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad that Gold Leader is gone. I can finally breathe easily, and my blood pressure can drop. Every time that man opens his mouth, it's like I want to throw him into the sun. But we're good now. He's gone.
Don't you think Thomas Harper and Evan Bushcart would be one of the best buddy cop movies like ever? Like, they hate each other, but
he's like, get out of my damn face.
What kind of movie would it be when the one partner just drives at full speed into a wall to just end it?
Still, you son of a...
Get onto your personal YouTube accounts. Stop hiding behind your brand.
Oh my god!
The shit that I have to deal with.
YouTube, man, have just made me. Oh my god, I love watching you guys back and forth. It's so good. It's so good. How you doing, Mr. Harper? How's your day going?
I'm good. Just wrapped up a training session, so it's nice. Good. Good week. We're getting close in, although it's like whatever kind of calm there was toward the end of July pre-collision is just gone. It's like we've gone over the hill on the roller coaster. Yep, we multiplied the Dendas. In fact, I just saw Peggy. I feel like we just saw each other. Maybe
I shared with her the link to the StreamYard, so this is her choice to not be in here.
Yeah, but it's like whatever sense of calm there was is just blown out of the water with the slate that we have in front of us right now. So it's fun.
Sharing the link. I'm sorry. I know I just blew up her spot, but anyways, hello.
There
she
is.
Yeah. Call me out. Like, I'm not afraid to come on.
I feel like I should get ready.
This feels like a Den stream now because we got the Den shill.
What's
over to my right shoulder.
That's you should be so lucky to have a Den stream. Okay, remember that.
I swear to God, one more Den member on here, and Shug is gonna be just fully erect. I'm sorry.
You would fill out your punch card. You get one free sandwich.
By the way, I think we had my favorite moment of the year in Saul's match with the Raven question. Christian's like, Saul. Like, it was 30 seconds straight.
Don't say his name that many times. He might appear.
He would.
Yeah, he's gonna come right outside your door.
That's a long drive. That's a long drive if he did.
I had heard what had happened during the match, and I was still nervous watching the match. I was like realistically, I knew exactly how things worked out, that he got his situation straightened out. But I was like, oh no, what are they gonna do to him? Are they gonna dock him a point? Are they gonna kill the match midstream? And my brain just ran away from
He was in 3 locations throughout the match.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if a little behind the scenes thing that people don't know, when they had the Hannah match the first time, this actually happened. In the Ben Goddard match with Robert Parker that happened.
Yeah.
Where they had internet issues, and Christian was like, "All right, well, you're either gonna have to forfeit or something." So I know with the Hannah match that had happened last year with Saul, and so it was like deja vu all over again. And you could see it got to him a little bit in that second round. He had a little trouble with that wheel slice, and I haven't talked to him in a minute, so I don't know. He hasn't told me anything, but from knowing him for a while and watching him, I think that really takes an effect, because if your internet starts messing up, then you can see Christian getting frustrated, everybody getting frustrated. It's going to cause an effect on the game. And luckily he was able to stay in the pocket. Look, Hannah wasn't able to answer questions. And this whole idea that Hannah shouldn't be in the league, Hannah's really good. Like he's had a really couple bad games. That happens in sports. You can have a couple of bad games.
IG is fucking difficult.
Yeah,
especially this year with.
Hey, let's use tonight as an example. Collins tonight is 0-2 in singles this year, and they have had a couple losses in teams for him. Is anyone telling him this year
exactly
to not be out because of the amount of losses he had this year? No, they're not.
It just happens. I mean, look at Den member Goddard. Goddard was 4-1 last year, and he's 0-4 this year across all divisions.
And he's done for the year. He's done for the year.
And people are literally writing articles talking about why is he not in the singles tournament? Was he not in the IG tournament? So this whole idea that Hannah shouldn't be in IG, like, are you serious? Like, he's just having a hard time right now, and he's just on a slump. That just happens. What happens if the hypothetical?
Yeah, I was just saying, Wingblade here, FCL member playing IG and FCL, he can confirm.
Well, he lost to the better person in Brendan Mars. So Wingblade can suck it. That's fine. I love you, Wingblade. But imagine like this year how good Thomas Harper plays, and then next year he loses a couple matches. So people are gonna be like, Thomas Harper sucks. Let's just call it out. No, it's just that things happen. This is a sport. The questions sometimes you just don't get. Now Thomas is in a niche part of the sport, so it's kind of harder. He's gonna lose by one question. Not like how Hannah's been losing, not how Goddard's been losing. And even then, they've only lost by one question here or a couple misses here. So I just think people need to calm down and relax with who should be in the league, who should not be in the league. That bullshit.
IG is also skewed because you have folks like Chandru and Parker and Mara that are setting a very high standard in spite of the expansion. Everyone is sort of fixated on two standards. The old IG standard where, you needed to be hovering around the 90% mark to be really competitive. And you could, because of the relative lack of depth of the films and whatnot. But now that the expansion has happened and you still have players that are playing at that level, it's like the rest of the league is held to that sort of standard. And so when somebody like Amaru or Saul is consistently playing in the high 80s, or in Amaru's case, even closer to, bumping up at 90 or above, it's like they somehow get left out of the conversation, or like, oh, they're second tier. They're middle tier. They're not at that elite level because they miss stuff. Like, well, spoiler alert, 300 fucking movies is difficult. Like, you've taken IG and moved it from the Star Wars end of the spectrum way over to the singles end of the spectrum, and then complicated it by still asking very deep plot-related and cast questions. And so, Star Wars is still the hardest division as far as I'm concerned, but IG is fucking difficult, and it's difficult to even get to like 60 or 70%. As some of these players are doing.
How do you feel though in general, Thomas, about just people that maybe they don't go on like the best runs or whatever? Like this idea of, do they deserve to be here? Do they not deserve to be here? Like who's to say who actually deserves to be here or not? What do you think about that?
I get it from a fan perspective, I guess.
That was courtesy of Gold Leader.
Gold Leader DM'd me and he said, ask Thomas a thoughtful question, and when he starts to answer, cut him off.
I can't believe you just did that to Thomas Harper. I cannot believe you did that to
My
Thomas
mind-
Harper. Of all people, you do that to Thomas Harper. Oh
Evan,
my
Pull it his ass in the
god!
ass as well.
Gold leader, I can only hope that you don't get shredded apart in the first round of the tournament. So that whether it's the tournament or spectacular or sometime next season, you and I can meet and I can take you Bane style in Dark Knight Rises and just break you over my knee.
As much as I want to see like Nikki win the tournament, all this stuff. To have Thomas Harper versus Evan Bushkar at Spectacular would probably be the best thing ever.
Right?
Would be the best thing ever. The
a-
promos
I'd
before
love
that
to see
match.
Harper beat him again. That'd be
Just
great.
a fist fight on stage.
You just see Thomas take a
Not
chair.
a skilled fist fight. It would be a fist fight. Rudo, is
Peggy
that
just
what you
comes out of
spelled? Those are
nowhere.
Z. Those are Z's.
Headlock.
It has to happen.
It's definitely gonna
Oh my
happen for
God.
sure. It will happen.
Just throwing bows.
Um,
No,
my
getting back to
God.
like the different like difficulty levels of all the different
Yeah, legit-
divisions. I mean, like look at singles. You get asked 15 questions in a regular 3-round match. 16 if you're lucky if you get a bonus question in round 1. And those 15 to 16 questions could be coming from any movie, anywhere.
Yeah.
And you could be lucky and have seen all of them. You could be unlucky and have seen none of them. Luckily, most people find themselves somewhere in the interim. But yeah, it's you never know what's coming at you. And to say that, like, out of like a small, like all of us rookies this season, you've seen what all of us 2, maybe 3 times, and to think that you have an idea of our capabilities off of that small snippet of a window.
Hey, Saul.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Well, you're
No, for
also
sure.
with IG in particular, and I'm going to cut in because Evan ruined my last like very thoughtful answer. Sabotage. I don't ever want to see Jeff again. If he comes back on, I'm gone. He's off the show as far as I'm concerned for that scurrilous trick. This is the
my
first
cat
season.
jumped on top of the fridge and kicked over a soy sauce bottle, so I had to go
Nice.
take care of that.
All right, I'll allow it.
What are you doing?
This is the first season with the expansion, so you're going to take somebody with a very small sample size and be like, oh, all of a sudden he or she doesn't deserve to be in the league. Like I'm telling you, they're all still adjusting to that massive switch. If the Star Wars division were to expand next year and include whatever, whether it's TV shows or anything else, I guarantee you're going to see some players that were previously way up here take a serious hit. And are you honestly going to say that somebody like, a Demolanta or a Laura Kelly, if they take a modest hit in their accuracy, maybe lose a match or two, that they don't belong in the league? That's just like completely short-sighted. And it's like emblematic of the "what have you done for me lately" mood that is kind of constantly present in the MTS.
Shout out to Jen
Yeah.
Jackson.
Or
Yeah,
me,
no
for,
doubt,
I don't want to like spotlight Demolanta and Cal. I could be that person. I could be that person in my next match. And, I feel like that attitude is kind of unfair to really anybody, but, including Hannah, including Saul. You pick your person.
Well, I remember when Saul lost his match to Hannah, people were like literally like, see, he doesn't belong in the league. He's not good enough. Like
Because he lost a match, even though he was like
'cause
one
a match
question
on off of a
on a
5. And even when he lost to Amaru, I mean, it wasn't as bad. I think Kate was very responsible for taking a lot of the shrapnel that possibly could have came towards Saul. But I had seen some comments of people were like, see, Saul doesn't belong. And it's like, it's his second year. Understand, this man had never played fucking movie trivia. Yeah, we could cuss here. I forgot. Movie trivia Schmoedown.
It's your
Ever.
fucking channel, dude.
I know. I'm like thinking I'm somewhere else right now. Saul had never played movie trivia, and it's like, yeah, Maddie, some fans are stupid, but there are some fans that, like, if you give a good reasonable, like, hey, you know what, this person, their record is this, they're only getting this much points in the first round, the second, okay, if you're making good points, just because person lost 2 matches in a row really close, and you're just like, yeah, they don't belong in the league, they suck. That's a different conversation.
outta
If we're
here,
like, hey,
yeah.
if we're like, hey, you know what, they're really, their first rounds are really not that good. Their second rounds are not that good. Their third rounds they never could get to a third to the 5-pointer because they're losing before that. This and that. They've okay. You're making a discussion and you're giving valid points just to be like, oh, this person. Like I said, Thomas Harper could win the belt this year, and then next year he loses it, and then loses 3 matches in a row. Are we going to be like, well, no, Thomas Harper sucked. He wasn't really that good. Like it's what Adam Collins is going through right now. Like Jeff said, he's what is he 0-4? He's 0-2, 0-4.
He's 0-2 in singles, and is he what 1-2, 2-2 in teams right now, or 1-2?
1-2.
1-2 in teams. So he's officially over 2 divisions. He's 1-4 this year.
And look at if he goes in that singles tournament, and let's say he, heaven forbid, he loses the first round. Are you like people are just gonna be like, yeah, he was a fluke, this and that. No, I mean the guy went on a run last year. He's just on a bad run right now, and if he can get out of it, it will turn things around. But that's sports. So
now speaking of can he get out of it or not, Peggy, you are fortunate enough to be matched up with Adam in round 1 of
he's losing again. Okay, so let's just cut the conversation. Peggy's winning. She's moving on to round 2. All right,
this
cool.
is destiny.
I was just gonna ask, how are you feeling?
How am I feeling? Well, to have to go up against the person who ran the table and won the whole thing last year, it's a bit intimidating, but you want to know what? Anything can happen in the tournament. Anything can happen on any given Schmoe day.
Yeah.
And
I McWeenie today.
Yeah, I mean, to quote the movie Miracle, you play 10 times, you might win 9, but not this much, not this game. So we'll see.
So who coming into tonight would have thought that Collins would have missed a Cars question like that? Collins himself probably wouldn't have admitted that, but like stuff happens, like questions unfold. Your brain works in weird, mysterious
was that the
ways.
Bonnie Hunt question that he missed?
Yes.
Who voiced the lead?
Yeah.
Who voiced the lead?
And
female
it's like
car in Cars.
Yeah, your brain fixates on certain things when a question is asked, and I can tell you from personal experience, when it runs down a rabbit hole, it's real. You fixate on a part of a question, or I think in his case, he said part of the name he kind of heard, and it's real difficult, even if you had 50 JTEs, to reel that back in and get your brain back on track.
Yeah, and shout out to Given Schmoe Day, Corey Cameron.
I was literally about to click that.
I have to say, I want to shout them out because I've really enjoyed, now that it's wrapped into YouTube. You guys are doing great work out there. I've added that to my regular rotation, so keep up the great work, Corey and Dagan.
Corey and Dagan are awesome.
And then the Josh Trank thing, that was like that in round 1. That one I was surprised by that because it was a pretty notable VOD new release from the new releases list, and it was the writer director, a big enough name based on what's gone through with him before. So I was surprised that he missed that. That they both missed it really, just because of how weird that movie was too. But yeah, I mean, it's funny because you see how some of these round 1s have been getting more difficult for people, and they're not as frequently 8 questions, and then they get the bonus one right as well lately, and it's because of the way that they have these questions structured. Like in McWeenie versus Ty, they had the very first question was like, what, like this 2017 film featured the voices of, and it had 3 supporting actors like Michael Cera and Ray Fiennes in there, and I think Zach Galifianakis might have been the third name there, but it was definitely, it was obviously like a Batman, but it's like if you don't immediately know those names in there, then that is a much more difficult round 1 question.
Yeah.
I love that movie, so I got it right away. But it's like also that's because not everyone pays attention to Lego Batman with like the same fervor. So, but like that round one, that was a legitimately difficult round one for a lot of people. Like they had a round one question in the Ty Lieberman Drew McWeeny match where the answer was Charlie Day, and they asked three like tiny films, like not tiny, but like three films that didn't do well that he was a supporting character in. That was hard. Like you were asked who was a supporting actor in who appeared in Horrible Bosses 2, the new version of Vacation, and Pacific Rim Uprising. Those are the three for you to get to Charlie Day. That's a difficult set of three because those are movies that no one wanted to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I like it. You're getting more obscure context clues, so it's not the layup questions. And I quite frankly, I like seeing these scrappy rounds where it's anybody's game coming into round two. It enhances the strategy for the rest of the match. It raises the stakes both for the wheel spin, for individual tactical decisions like whether to go first or spin or defer. Your round three obviously is enhanced in terms of how it matters. So, I really like that. To me, that's I would take that kind of match over, at least in the 5-round context, the 51-50 any day of the week.
Well, also because to you thought it was Breeze. So,
no, not insane. Any singles match where I score over like 4 is a
no. I meant the
successful day.
51-50. The 51-50 was a Breeze.
If the two players that played in that 51-50, I'm not talking the teams match because I scored 3 in that match as well. But if the two players that played in that 51-50 match don't admit that those were easy questions, then I think they're not being honest with themselves and with the league.
I don't calling people out.
I don't think anyone's asked them like on the show their thoughts on that first match that they had.
No one's even acknowledging that Peggy was muted this whole time.
Yeah. Sorry, I just discovered it. It's okay.
I was like waiting, like there was like this awkward gap, this awkward silence. It's like we're all listening to you, but you're muted. So
it would not be me on a live stream if I were not muted and trying to talk at some point in time. You can ask anyone who's ever been on a live stream with me. It happens every single time. But it feels a little out of context now. But I was trying to say, I direct messaged Ty earlier tonight watching his match. I was so jealous that he got a necessary roughness question. I'm like, I've been waiting for a question from that movie.
You spit like that.
Yeah, I mean, people who know that movie, but not everyone knows that movie.
What was the question?
I don't even remember what the question was. Something that, I think it was like they mentioned Sinbad, and it was about a fictional team by the Texas Armadillos.
It's like Kentucky State or something, or no? Yeah,
but if you ask
I've
me,
never seen that.
In what movie does Kathy Ireland play a fucking field goal kicker? It's all subjective. It's all subjective. You never know what questions are going to get thrown at you if you know them, if you don't know them, and it's the upper echelon, the Dan Merles and the William Bibbiani's who have just somehow seen everything and they can just pull it, and the rest of it it's kind of luck. Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? Because it could come from anywhere.
When the interesting thing in that question too, and at the end of that round, is my eyes as the question gets asked immediately go to Sam behind him, and Sam's like nodding as if he's like, got this, here we go. And I was like, McWeeney's either fucking with him or he's just taking his time and being sure. And then he didn't have it. And I just, either Sam needs to come back in the league and play, or, it's just one of those brain fart moments where your brain is just on a different pathway and you just don't get to it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, well, we talked to Ben Bateman with his match with Perry where they asked about Wild Wild West. And he said that they missaid the question because had they said I think he said they named the character the first time, but the second time
they said Rita Escobar in the first one, and then the second one they just said who plays the lead actress.
Yeah, he said he could have got there, but when you think about it, Wild Wild West, and he's right because he was like, well, there wasn't at that time a lot of Hispanic actresses out there. He was right. There really wasn't.
There were like two. There was Salma Hayek and there was like J-Lo.
Yeah, and so so it was Selma Hayek.
There were
but
way more,
he
but
just-
okay. There were a lot more, but okay. Continue with your conversation.
I mean, the big ones though. Like if you really point out, like
Just saying.
In a movie like
the
that,
big,
yeah.
big
Yeah.
notable in terms of notable names in big blockbusters.
That's fair.
at
That's
that
fair.
time.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That's what I'm citing.
Okay.
The kind of actresses that would get cast in Wild Wild West.
The kind of actresses
Wild
that
Wild
would get
West.
cast alongside
you know what?
Will
That movie
Smith
wasn't
at
that
the height
bad.
of his Will Smith.
I don't blame him though, because if I get asked that question about a movie like that, my mind immediately just starts singing the theme
Yeah.
song
Wow,
in
wow,
my
West.
head, and then whatever else is asked in the question is just like in one ear and
Yeah.
out the other. So
No, I
I'm
get it.
fucked.
Did anyone see online? It was circulating, I think, again. Will Smith's anecdote about
Yeah.
how he
Why
that,
is
No.
that's so that was great. He gave the anecdote about why he passed on the Matrix, and
about being Neo?
He mimicked doing Harper's happy that you shared that. But he mimicked what it was like to have the pitch meeting for the Matrix with the Wachowskis, and he was just explaining like it was the worst pitch meeting he'd ever been in because they just did such a poor job explaining it to him. All they did was really poorly explain the jump and the camera circle around scene, and that was it. And he said, "So I went and I did Wild Wild West instead." I'm sorry.
Biggest mistake. Look at that movie is not like it's bad, but it's like I remember watching it. I remember going to McDonald's and remember they had the glasses, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
promotion, you
Yeah,
get the different glasses. So I was excited about it. It had a good premise. It was just really
Had a
The
50-foot
premise was-
metal spider.
yeah, that was dope. That was
But then
dope.
he explained that he thought that the Matrix was the better for having Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves in there and having
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne as
Meant to be.
Morpheus. Because had he taken the role of Neo, it would have been Val Kilmer as Morpheus, who would have knocked it out of the park, mind you. But it still would have been
Yeah.
a completely different movie.
Obviously,
Yeah. No, I mean, like
Um,
he basically was just like, "Hey guys, I didn't take it, so you got the people you got that made that movie so perfect. So in a way, you're welcome."
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're
pretty much. That's
welcome.
pretty much what he said. Yeah.
I remember going to see.
Uh,
I remember that I was working for Target. I was like 19. My son was about to be born, and the third one was coming out. And the anticipation for that third one, and how disappointed everybody was about that third
Yeah.
movie. Like,
I-
go ahead, Josh.
I'm right there with you because I had finished up basic training and I was in what they call advanced individual training at Fort Lee. So I was learning to do my job in the Army. And it was the movie came out the first weekend that I had an off-post pass. And the deal was that you had to go out in your dress uniform so that they could fucking identify you wherever you went. I'm like, shaved. My head looks like a scrotum. And I'm like in my dress uniform, like not fitting in anywhere. But I'm like sitting in the theater in my full dress uniform with like my big bucket of popcorn ready to watch. Was it Revolutions is the subtitle to the,
Yeah,
to the movie?
Revolutions.
Yep. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And then the movie happens. And you're like, oh. And I'm like in my head justifying, like, no, that was pretty good.
I mean, as bad as the movie was, that fight scene though, the kind of like where he goes to that was kind of dope. Like when Trinity dies, that was kind of fucked up. Like the way she
there
dies.
were good things in it. It's just like
Yeah,
it was overplotted. Like it's so crazy because like in 2003 when like first seeing that courtyard scene of Neo versus all the Smiths, it seemed really cool and Reloaded. But then you watch it now 18 years later, and it's like Jesus Christ. Like if you look at it, it's so like rubbery computer animated, the whole thing. But like having said that, Reloaded, the second one, has this incredible car chase sequence. That whole one on the highway, like with the twins, with the albino dreadlocked twins.
Still one of my favorite scenes in any movie to this day.
Yeah, it was
such a
dope.
cool scene.
I think Thomas Harper has to.
I gotta duck out in just a couple minutes.
Okay.
So
and so does Miss Peggy.
And that means Peggy also is going to be ducking out as well. So, but very exciting. Now we see Collins is going to be making his way into the singles tournament, which means we're going to be seeing one of our favorite rookies, Peggy Gubbins, taking on one of the biggest newer stars in the Schmoedown of the last year, Adam Collins. And it's going to be very interesting to see which person with long hair will prevail.
All I'll say on that match is that A, Peggy's work ethic is unmatched, but B, it's always easier to play the spoiler role. It's the pressure is all on Adam, and I love Adam. He is a genuinely great person and a phenomenal movie trivia Schmoedown player, and somebody that I hope one day to be on a faction with. But the pressure's on him, right? His season has gone to this point, and I think he's feeling the heat to prove himself. And it is very freeing to be in Peggy's position, which is what Adam occupied last year, and be the person.
What a difference 12 months made.
disrupt.
It's like 12 months.
Yeah.
He was in the other seat.
Yeah, Peggy's the disruptor.
Yeah, I mean, Adam basically came into the league in obscurity as opposed to people who knew him from the families, because we definitely knew him from the families. I've played Adam in the families before. I can't say I've ever beat him before, but you know what? There's a first time for anything. Here's my thing. Anything can happen in the tournament. And he's got a lot of pressure on him because, I mean, should I happen to fall to Adam Collins, it's kind of expected for most people, unfortunately, but should I beat him? That's a bracket buster. That's a whole nother story. That's kind of an instant legend, considering he's the one who ran the table last year. And to say that is not a enticing situation.
It's very enticing.
Yeah, but it's not. It's a tough road to hoe. I think I'm in the toughest quadrant.
I don't like that Duralde's in that quadrant just because there's a possibility that y'all could.
I don't want to play my own faction, mate. But you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
It's what it is.
Yeah. But
we are lucky that we got this week. We are lucky that we got a somewhat assembled bracket.
Great bracket.
Somewhat assembled bracket.
And plus, that's a hard bracket to seed, honestly. I mean,
it really is
very hard because the biggest issue is when it comes to seeding, like you have to. There's the biggest difficulty is organizing it via seeding versus evening it out for the factions too.
Plus, who can he get to do it in LA for the Cantina matches? Should that opportunity
and also
arise?
just organizing it to see who's available, what time, just in general.
And I had a definite reaction when I found out my opponent Kate is aware of this. I mean, it's very easy to say, like, to sit there and think that me and Jess kind of got the raw end of the stick in the seating. I mean, we are against the most two recent belt holders, but you want to know what? What if we shock the world?
Yeah.
What if we knock them both out? How amazing would that be?
You could.
Anything's possible. Yeah.
Anything's possible. But the most likely thing to happen right now is that we're going to be saying goodbye to Peggy and Thomas here. Thank you so much for stopping by.
We appreciate it.
We love when we do these Friday shows and you guys come and pop in. Always enjoy your guys' presence.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Thank
Take
you.
it easy. Have a good weekend.
All right, have a great weekend.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Bye.
I think you
are you sticking around or are we kicking you out? I don't. You said that you were gonna leave.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna kick me out into the back room. I didn't realize it was on my own record to take off.
Do it. All right, yeah.
I'm used to the host knocking me off, but you know what?
Fine. You know what? Fuck you, right? Like, let's go.
Jeff, you're such a bad host. You're such a bad.
He really hated Matt. Why? Why did you give him?
It's fine. Look, I didn't know what to do there. I was feeling really scared.
Oh my gosh!
About hosting this show right now.
It's always. I could listen to Thomas speak all day. By the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really could. But you probably, but his lawyer fee, his retainer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I probably couldn't afford.
You know what? I kind of want to ask him what his retainer is, just to find out. He might come out.
I don't think he has a retainer. I'm pretty sure that he straightened his teeth out years ago.
I knew you were going with it. I knew you were going there.
Is Thomas Harper pro bono?
You just look at what he charges per hour. What do you mean you didn't expect me to take over? What do you think would have happened?
Jeff, if you said
Oh.
it, Peggy.
Yeah, I know. I apologize. I love Peggy. She's awesome. She's awesome. I love her so much. She's one of my favorites.
Man, if she beats Adam Collins, that would be awesome to see.
I love when Peggy comes on and then like if a show ends and it's just like, all right, cool, let's just hang out backstage until 6 a.m.
Right? That was us. Well, if it wasn't that I was back to work, like I would have been more like, we're gonna have, we have a longer show, but I have to go back to work. So I'm like old and tired. I've been working the last 2 days. I'm like out of it. But this like I know I'm gonna be doing a bracket breakdown with a couple people on Monday, but when you guys saw this bracket, like what was your first thoughts?
That right side, Bateman versus who Bateman could potentially play in his second match has me super excited.
Look, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this. Bateman and Page should be absolutely shipped. They should absolutely be shipped.
Shipped?
Shipped, yes. You mean Boston?
I know exactly what he was saying. Oh, but you mean like just ship up to Boston?
Yeah. Shipped up to Cali or Boston, whatever. Yes.
Dude, when she came on y'all's show on Monday and she brought up the how Bateman's into chicks from Boston.
Chicks. Look at Bateman has some good lines though. Bateman was
they
both had good lines.
I would love if that match was at a Cantina taping. I think that would, but we never know.
Yeah, we don't know. Like,
do we know what the other matches? Do we know who the other matches
as
are
of right now,
Cantina?
they've only officially announced Marisol and Irwin are one of them, and so the next thing is just a matter of.
I have a feeling
probably they have to see
in the next one.
Yeah, they probably have to see what other people's scheduling is as well to see if it can actually work.
Because it's on a Sunday this time. So
yeah,
it's on a Sunday.
If I get the funds, I can go. Jeff, are you coming out here? You should come out here. Come on.
Not for the cantinas, no. Because what is it? The first one there, the 12th. So like I said, I'm gonna be traveling to Memphis next week, so I won't be on our Friday show next week. Maybe I'll pop in, do a quiz on the streets thing, but the streets of Memphis. See if I could go up, pick me up a few deltas. But then after that, I'll be like taking a couple weeks to be home. Got weddings and other stuff on weekends. I got a lot of trips planned, so I can't actually not afford. I can't like take the time to come out to LA separately for Cantina things as much as I would love to do that.
Yeah. I want to, but it's a Sunday and I can't do a Sunday. So
I might if I can get the funds.
Because I think only general admission is left now. Like those first set of tickets went fast.
Yeah, so. I can't do anything but general admission. I ain't got money like that.
But man, when I went to it last week, I had a blast. That was so much fun.
Yeah, Buck said that he's looking forward to Spectacular now.
Oh, definitely.
Spectacular. But if they announce Thomas Harper versus Demolanta for that Cantina match, I'm finding a way in there. I don't care about the break in.
Absolutely, that would be amazing. I mean, I wouldn't be able to get over there for that, but still, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, I think that's the match, and I do not want to even talk about that match and pick that match because I'm just like too invested in those players.
Right? Like for you, that's got to be tough for you.
Yeah, like Thomas Harper is like, it's not even like that you're a den shill at this point. It's like you talk to Harper almost once a week because he pops into here.
Yeah, and honestly, I've talked to Demolanta. Like privately, I've talked to Demolanta about things, or his matches, or we have conversations, or and things like that. And then I did an interview with him one time, and we talked about being fathers and stuff like that. So it's like the real deep, and like Thomas Harper's a father, and and it's like talking to him about stuff. So it's like, yeah, like for me, it's like I already said I don't even want to pick this back. I'm gonna be happy for who wins, and I'm gonna be sad for who loses, but I don't even pick this match. Like I just want to watch it and cheer on both of them. And like I said, I hope it's like 61-6. I hope it's like even though it's heartbreaking, like a 1 point loss. So that way someone doesn't get blown out. You know what I'm saying? Because
exactly.
when it's a blowout, you're like, oh man, were they prepared? If it's a 51-50 or 61-60 or a close match, we are like, all right, cool.
61-60. You're crazy.
I truly believe it's going to be a 61-60.
I could tell you right now, Christian won't let that happen, and PJ said he'll never let that happen again.
I don't think it's really up to them. I think Thomas and Demolanta are that good. I think Demolanta's had two okay games, and now he's going to go into like perfect mode. And Thomas, I think his match against Ace, even against Evan, were like he almost damn near went perfect, and I think he's going to go perfect. I just have this feeling in my gut that they're both going to go perfect. 71-70, that would be fun.
Now, hear me out.
That would
81-80.
Okay, just stop it at this point. That's not possible.
91.
Do you know how 101 100?
No, that's crazy. That's crazy talk.
That's great.
Okay.
Triple digits.
But
no one has time for that.
Like, who is the fate? Like, obviously, I'll say dark horse. Who's your dark horse right now in that singles bracket?
Singles bracket, David Del Rio.
Good. Even Shannon Miller, he looked good. Spoilers. Anybody hasn't seen anything. Spoilers.
I would also probably say like David Del Rio, because David Del Rio, he's so much stronger than his record suggests. He just took down LSM, who and now and the thing is though, even if he doesn't go all the way to the end, he took down LSM, and next one is White versus Young, and I think he could take down either of them.
Yeah, I love me James White. I love James White.
Yeah, I think he could at least get through 2 rounds. Let me pull this up again just because I wish that we downloaded certain point of views bracket, only because that's the only visualization of the bracket created.
I get it. I'll get it right now.
No, it's fine. I want to do it this way.
I know a lot of people will say the dark horse is Josh Horowitz, but I'm like, if so many people
that's not
say
a dark horse. That's not a dark horse when everyone's like, he's in contention for Rookie of the Year, or Newman's in contention for Rookie. That's not a dark horse then. That's a Collins level, like, oh, this person could definitely take him down.
Yeah, I'm like if everyone is saying it, it's not a dark horse.
You know who could be a dark horse, and we don't know. Maybe we'll see Hauser do okay. Hauser looked really good in his debut. He just went up against Josh Horowitz in his debut. So he's going to be going up against either Chance or Kalinowski, depending on how the number one contender match goes. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be very interesting, and I could see Hauser really putting up a good fight there.
Yeah, Dick Harley's a dark horse, but he has a tough match against Oyama. As much as I'm probably gonna pick Harley to win that match, but it's a tough match. Now, the only reason I'm picking Harley is Oyama's coming off that big loss to Ethan. And also, too, is Oyama going to be mentally prepared because he has that number one contender teams matchup. So is it number one contender?
Yes.
Yeah. So in my mind, here's what I'm thinking though about that is yes, Oyama is coming off of that loss to Ethan. In Inner Geekdom was never Oyama's area. He played Inner Geekdom like once before, and then he ended up doing like he ended up like sticking with singles and teams with other stuff. He's always been a singles teams guy because those are the questions that he works best with. I think that IG is like nothing on him at the moment. Like that's just like
I think it's more of Winston asked him, and he's like, sure.
It's probably because in terms of Swag only has like him or Zipper for IG, right? And I'm assuming like maybe Zipper didn't feel like doing it this time around because of just like the way his year has been going. So
yeah, I'm talking about from a mental aspect of losing a match that could be an effect. because I think that even though it's IG, I think that affects you across the board. But I know Paul Yama's that good that it could not bother him. But at the same time, Nick has looked really good, so we'll see what happens in that match. Look at the match that everyone's gonna watch is gonna be Paige for Brady and Bateman. And let me tell you, if Paige can beat Bateman, biggest upset of the year, that hands down right there wins upset of the year.
Yep.
And it wins a moment of the year. And it wins a moment of the year for what she did. It's like manifest destiny. The fact that she called him out in the beginning of the year. Because remember, love Paige. But remember, nobody knew who she was.
Nope.
Right. Until she did this interview and she called out Bateman. And then all of a sudden
it got her drafted. Got her drafted.
And she's played well. She's looked good. And look, if she can go out there and beat Bateman, I don't think it actually hurts Bateman's legacy. As much as I've said, if he doesn't win a championship this year, when I talked to him on Monday, I said that. I said I would ease up a little bit. I don't really think it hurts his legacy. If she gets like a 1-point win or, a win off of a 5-pointer, it elevates her, but it kind of like doesn't hurt Bateman at all. It's just like, this girl really wanted to beat you. It was manifest destiny. Now you need to focus on teams. So I'm looking forward. I think that match is going to be the highest match watched in the singles tournament by far.
Yeah, this would be upset of the year, but like that happening,
it would be upset. But okay, no disrespect, and I'm a Den Shield. No disrespect to Jessica Sloat, but what are the odds with that? What do you think the odds were? How much you remember giving Jessica?
What were the odds of
you want to know what upset of the year would be? An upset of the year would
that was
be,
high. But hold up, Roka, because we were not looking at that and going, there's no way Collins can beat Roka. Like people were talking about, like I remember Dwayne telling me, like, dude, I think Collins is gonna beat Roka. We didn't think he'd get knocked out. I think if Jessica beat Dan Murrell, it would be upset of the year, depending how Dan played. Like if Dan just like shit the bed and she was able to take advantage of it, I don't think people would look high on that. But if she like KOs him or TKOs him and she plays great and just Dan just like got some hard questions and stuff, like I don't know. I
think that if she runs the whole table with him and then comes out on top the way that like Ethan came out on top by 1 point against Dan, that's the sort of thing that counts as like an upset of the year. Now, I don't think that'll happen. I just don't see it happening. I think that if you want to talk about something that's an upset of the year, it's not a singles or teams one. To me, an upset of the year is if Ethan Irwin were to beat Parker, because there are people going like Ethan Irwin is on track to be this player of the year because he's doing so well. Yeah, he went into IG where he wasn't a big IG player ever, and he got his strength in Star Trek versus a guy that doesn't focus on IG who got notoriously difficult questions in round 2 as well.
Yeah.
X-Men
even then, Ethan didn't do particularly well. So there are people saying like Ethan, I think Ethan's going to beat a guy who's definitely been nearly perfect this entire year, Robert Parker, because I think that it's just going to happen. Completely different thing. If Ethan were to take down Robert Parker, that would definitely be an upset of the year, because the people that are saying that Parker could be beaten by Ethan, they either have a screw loose or they've seen the future. And if they haven't seen the future, then they need to like reevaluate. It's either they've seen it happen or they're crazy.
I think for Ethan to beat Robert Parker, it's simply Robert Parker just gets questions he doesn't know. That's just I don't think it comes.
But that's another crazy thing. Like, ask Parker a question and see that if he doesn't know the fucking answer to that.
Yeah.
I think Parker's missed one question all year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
making sure. And disagree, SG. JTE's match tonight was not upsetted.
No, not even close. I feel like they were on the same level. I thought going into the match it could have been either or.
No, I don't believe
comeback player of the year
is. Yeah, I don't think that
comeback player of the year. It's absolutely JT.
Could work.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Always down for a good comeback. I think that when it comes to
question, actually,
Yeah,
If
I think
Bateman
that,
if Bateman wins the singles tournament and wins the teams tournament and has both belts, would you consider him comeback player of the year, or
No, because he had a good season last season.
yeah, he had a fine season. He competed for a belt a couple times last year.
What it was like he had a good season last year, and then these 2 losses to Dance are early. Like, I don't think that guy match helped him at all. Like, that was this year, right? Am I
Disagree. Disagree 100% because McWeeny has lost in round 1 of singles.
McWeeny has not been good at singles. Yeah,
He's never been a good singles player, and he's lost in round 1 of every single tournament he's been in for singles. So that is absolutely not.
He's just not a good singles player.
But
But
yeah, he's just and here's the thing: everyone's like talking about how incredible he was in teams. If you recall, above the line with him, like they kept getting 80s and taking 80s. He had a show dedicated to studying every film in the 80s. No wonder they always did so well there, man. They kept getting.
He is teamed up with Paige for the teams tournament.
Yeah, and I think that could be a deadly combination because this is the reason why like Bibbs and Meyer are such a lethal combination. They fill in each other's gaps. I know, but they do.
There was no other way to do it.
Yeah, they thank you so much, Ferris, for like saying that so many times before.
That was so good.
But like they fill in each other's gaps. I mean, I don't know what else to say to that. There's this generational divide, and when you grow up, there are the movies that you know growing up and that you're more intimately familiar with, and it's different when you're 10, 15 years apart or something, what those movies actually were. There's a whole generation of films that one person is more in tune with. Like The Air Up There, the only person that got that right was Bibbs because he grew up at the exact time when he was paying attention to that.
If Daniel gets really excited about spending Christmas,
so now meanwhile I see Brian here in the chat. It's about to pop up because I got the chat open there too. He's not a comeback player of the year. He was a champion last year. He competed for IG belt last year. He was in contention for singles belt last year. He's not a comeback player of the year because he had a very good year last year. You can't be a comeback player of the year when you had a good year the year prior. JT is a comeback player of the year because he wasn't even around last year. It's the reason why last year Ace was comeback player of the year because he wasn't even around the years prior. And because he had a single match or whatever before that. That's how he got comeback player of the year. So that's not really how it
and it's different.
Out. Yeah,
and it's different in the Schmoe compared to sports.
Yes,
Saul would be a comeback player to me if he can win the IG tournament because he's going to have to go
get the belt.
I don't think he has to get the belt to
I think if he wins the tournament, he slotted to get nominated. If he wins at Spectacular, I say that.
No, if he wins at Spectacular, absolutely. But my thing is, for me, if Saul wins the tournament, because he'll have to beat Haas, and then he'll have to beat either Robert Parker or Ethan Irwin, which are if he beats Parker, it's more impressive. If he beats Ethan, it's going to be like, okay, he beat Ethan. But if he beats Robert Parker, it's going to be more impressive. He's either going to have a chance back at Armoru, or he's going to have to play Mike Kalinowski, one of the greatest of all time. So I think that in itself will give him comeback player of the year. And I mean, hey, ASG, if that's I'm not gonna shit on somebody for having I think Demolanta.
Actually, Demolanta is actually like right up there.
Very good
because he went okay in the tournament last year, and then he's been running it, doing something that rarely anyone else does.
You know what? I think I have to put Demolanta number 1 right now.
Right now, it's Demolanta actually
because the way he lost to Ace. The way he lost to Ace, had to come back next year, had to come back this year, and he beat Damon again. Now he's beat Laura Kelly. If he beats Thomas Harper and then beats whoever wins the Star Wars tournament, definitely comeback player of the year.
Yeah. Now
also,
no, she was a rookie last year, but also here's the thing: So was Saul last year, but that doesn't mean anything because he had a loss last year. Then he came back and was doing really well. Marisol came in last year and dominated with personality, character. People loved her. She came in as like the coveted person to like hop around in free agency and trading.
And if Oyama hadn't gone perfect in that match, he could have beat Oyama.
Absolutely.
What about?
So there's that. Now I just want to say one thing here. Peggy, I don't know about you. I believe in communism, communism. I don't know about you. I just want to see what you think about that.
Another person I think could be considered is Janine.
Here's the problem with that. Janine has looked great in all of her matches. She hasn't won most of them. And I think that when people end up actually like tabulating it,
I think you have to have what 4 or 5 people to be nominated. So I'm just trying to get that filled out.
I get that, of course. Yeah,
I'm just saying, for comeback player of the year, I could easily give. Yeah, I could easily give you.
She could be in contention. I wouldn't give it to her because unfortunately she's looked great, but a lot of those times she's looked great, they haven't translated into wins. Which is why it's more difficult for me, but she absolutely has definitely become a stronger player. Yeah, see, the conversation on her has changed. Mm-hmm. She hasn't won a lot though. That's the issue.
She was perfect against Marisol, and the only question she missed, her 5-pointer.
Yeah, and that was a difficult 5-pointer.
Yeah, but if that's the case,
so
but if that's
right
the case,
now,
Brandon,
he could be in there. It depends on how he does next game.
But if that's the case, Brandon, then you also have to throw in Video Drew. The Video Drew has looked just as great.
Video Drew has also seriously one-upped as well. Yeah. But she also is coming off of like 2 losses now.
Yeah.
But she's looked great.
She doesn't even get to show. And she doesn't even get to show herself in the teams tournament. Like that's what's
well, yeah. That
and,
has to do with
and Griffey Newman.
Like,
she had Griffey Newman. If Griffey Newman doesn't answer his 5, she wins, and he's considered a rookie of the year this year.
Now here's the thing: so, if he doesn't answer his 5, if she happens to take do better in round 2 than how she did do, because some of those were deeper cut Stephen King questions.
And we talked to her. She thought she was like, I was about to kill this wheel slide. Like she even said she dropped character. She dropped character because these questions were that hard for her to try to answer. So if she gets, better, questions that she can answer, she might beat Griffin Newman. So I got, if anything, I think I would put Video Drew over Janine.
I'm confused. Are you still trying to say that are these people that you think are comeback players? Because Marisol and Chance are absolutely not people that could ever be considered comeback players when one was a champion and competed in other championship matches last year.
Anyone the tournament last year. He won the IG tournament.
That's what I mean by competed for another belt. He won a belt last year, and Marisol was one of the biggest players coming out of last year, having huge gains. She's 1-1, but you have to remember the kind of people that she played against there with that, and that how do they deal with deception too. I just don't think that she is there for that. Neither of them there where are people that are comeback players, because comeback player is an over.
He won 7 matches last year. How does that make him a comeback? Between the 3, he's not comeback player. I don't think he qualifies.
Oh, well, but how was he? Oh, he's a 500 singles player. Yeah, well, because he ran into Liz Shannon Miller.
So he was a 500. Are you just trying to label? Are you just trying to label this thing based solely off of singles? Because it's not just singles, it's everything. And so you have someone who won an IG tournament, was the team's belt champion, and wasn't and didn't go less than 500 in singles last year. That person is absolutely not a comeback player because they're still in the top tier.
Yeah.
Yes.
This could.
If Robert Parker wins the belt.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Ethan also competed for a belt last year. He won in a title match last year. Like,
is that last year?
Yeah.
I am so lost on where we're at.
He won that title match versus he lost the title match when Dan defended after Dan beat Bateman, and then Dan played Bateman and Ethan and beat both of them. He defended it twice.
Yeah, because Ethan beat Roca.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
So I'm getting heated over this thing here. Why is this the topic of conversation?
Why did we decide to do a real Schmoedown show?
Like why do we have to get so real talky in here? It's real.
Okay, no, that one doesn't work as well as.
Yeah, you're right. It made me really
I mean, if ASG, if you want to give him the spot, I don't agree with you, but you're absolutely you're allowed to. You know, I just
not allowed at all. This is my show. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
What in the?
I didn't know
These discussions will be a lot better once we actually get the list of the nominations for awards. I think we'll be able to. We won't have to theorize. Oh, is that comeback because is Marisol comeback? Is Chance comeback?
I don't watch Blurs, unfortunately. And I didn't have this. Remember, this isn't my channel. This is just what they have saved. So I don't know. This is just what they had. So don't blame me.
Yeah. ISG. This is Matt's. He has all these videos. You know the videos. He got it from the Blurs. But you know the videos I would put up. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know what
Well,
Jeff is just in the background.
The videos you'd put up are just like the snaps you probably get from your friends.
That's true.
That wasn't me. That one wasn't me.
So,
hey, Brandon.
Are you suckers ready to rage?
I'm always ready to rage.
Are you suckers ready to rage?
I didn't hear you.
Are you suckers ready to rage?
Yes, they would be my own TikToks. ASG. You got a problem with that?
So So Ethan Irwin and Lightning Time have a big match this week.
Yeah, just any
number one.
TikTok. You're right.
And at guard 6'4" from Kentucky, welcome to DC.
Sorry.
You're having too much fun back there.
That's what she said.
Yeah, everyone, welcome to Saber Reels. We're gonna talk Star Wars tonight. Tonight. Why are the
I did. I did animate Zach. That was when he came on the show, and I did that a long time ago, and I've never put it on my Twitch or nothing. It sits there.
Is this Zach?
Yeah.
Is this Zach?
That's Zach. Yeah, that's Zach. Yeah, that's Zach.
Oh shit! All right, everyone. What's your wheel slice of the week? I don't know what these are.
Because it came from this.
Oh. You know what we should do? We should have a thing in the corner. What do you think?
Jeez, they have all sorts of different colors there.
It's kind of like the show, all different kinds of colors.
Oh my gosh!
Damn it, that audio isn't here. I'm disappointed.
What
audio?
You know the audio. Oh man, what is going on here? I what do we do? What is this show? What are we doing here? I didn't click that. What is this background? What is this?
I have no.
Why is this not an overlay?
I have no idea.
Are you clicking around too?
No, I'm not clicking around.
Oh wait, no, I don't want to go into this one. What do we got? What is this stuff?
You're just clicking everything, aren't you?
I'm fucking so good at this hosting thing, dude.
That's terrible.
Oh, gee. Right, Kelly.
man.
What is happening right now?
I'm
Oh
so
my
sorry.
God.
I mean, look, I understand.
Oh my God.
This is oh, nice.
I disagree.
Nice use of that one there. Anyways, this has been real talk. But now we're gonna get back.
It's been real.
It's been talk, but it hasn't been real talk.
And Chris is out over there watching CM Punk show up at AEW.
Is that what he's doing right now? Is that why he's not on?
Yeah, he'd rather be at a wrestling show than talking Schmoe down.
How dare he?
Jerk off in there.
How?
Oh shit, that's right. Shug, did you hear about this? Did you hear what happened on Sunday? They had me co-host Call to Action this past Sunday.
Oh, that was a big mistake.
That was a big fucking mistake. And you know what? Here's the thing: all the regulars were busy, so it was Jake Iacovetta and myself hosting it. What a shit show! If you get a chance,
yeah, that's
it's the two of us. It's the two of us. It's Elena Jordan, really showing how loud someone can get when they're drinking, and then they switch straight up whiskey. And then David Jindoin, I don't know.
How
Bateman shows up briefly. Paul shows up for a moment, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. It went 2 hours, and it was supposed to go maybe an hour and a half, but then everyone but me kept drinking on a Sunday night.
It's a good thing to drink. I mean, tomorrow we have Jesse Swift's thing. I might be late. Yeah. I don't know how late he's going.
I'll be there for that for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how late he's going, but I gotta
go as late as it needs to go. It's gonna go as late as it needs to go.
If it wasn't that I was working tomorrow, I'd be drinking tonight. Remember last time we went for we ended the show and still talked for like
just
30 minutes.
don't hit your head on the toilet. All right.
Yeah, hit your head on your children.
It was a shower wall. It was a shower wall.
Okay.
Hit your head on your children. Just fucking headbutt them, and then tell your employer that it was COVID again.
Do you ever headbutt somebody?
No.
I headbutted somebody in elementary school. I remember that. I got on my tippy toes and just went bam. Took him out, but fucked me up too. Dumbest decision I ever made.
That's what happens when a 3-foot person tries to hit someone with their head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You haven't, and like, imagine you now at 3'2" trying to hit someone with your head.
Exactly. 3'2". I'm not that short. Like Buck saw me. I'm not that short.
No, I never saw you stand up. You were sitting in the car the entire time.
Well, no shit, Sherlock, because I was driving, asshole. You know, Buck didn't even offer me gas. Like, motherfucker.
You didn't even offer him gas? Like, at all? You
didn't.
You just got in the car and you're just.
He didn't give me a cup of fuel or nothing.
No gas, nothing. Like, you didn't even bother to get him some like greasy food and just be like, now your stomach's gonna be upset. No gas at all.
Nothing. Nope.
Yeah, fuck you. All right, don't worry. Watch, Buck. Watch when he comes back and he has to go back to Arizona with a baby. Watch.
Wait, why would I go back to Arizona with a baby?
Because I'm gonna pop holes in the condoms.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, guys, that's the end of the show now.
We still have people who are intentionally watching this, by the way.
ASG, no, he didn't even give me no ass, bastard.
Bastard. Clip that now. You can't clip things when they're live, dude.
All I'm gonna say is, Jeff, what you should get insurance on your Airbnb, because if Maddie's there, me and him are gonna be wrestling in the house. It's gonna be like Godzilla versus King Kong, but the miniature version.
Right, yeah. Complete with miniature dicks. I get it.
That too. We're just gonna stream on on both platforms of me and Maddie. Just
No.
fighting
You know what? By the way, guys, I want to thank you for coming here to Watt Real Entertainment, the crossover show, Schmoe Me the Real. This is the kind of content that you're now going to see on OnlyFans. Since
Oh jeez.
Dude, so I did a TikTok.
just a couple of jerk offs dicking around.
I did
but
a
in
TikTok.
completely non-sexual
I did a
way
tick.
now.
I did a TikTok on that, and people are fucking laughing their ass out. It's a picture of some girl, and she's like, when all the people get fired, when all the girls get fired from OnlyFans, and she's holding up McDonald's, and people are losing it. And people are like, so what's going on? And like, it's kind of funny because it's like a big discussion. Like people are like going like, support your sex workers and all this stuff, and it's like,
You should.
okay. I mean, it's fine, but like, y'all know, have like they don't really haven't said it. What's gonna be taken off OnlyFans?
They
like,
said everything that's not like it's basically going to be anything.
No,
that's
they did not.
Like nude
No.
photos, as long as
No.
it's not sexually explicit. It's basically going to be anything that's not like anything that goes further than your average Playboy centerfold.
From what I'm understanding, it's. I don't want to say it on here. I'll have to spell it out. But like underage things, bestiality, revenge stuff is what they're trying to get rid of. Also, too, verifying users before they post, things like that. So there's, I think, once the verbiage comes out, then we'll get a better understanding. But it's like people are like,
they have until October 1st, by the way. So they still got like over a month to.
But let's be 100% honest, though.
Dude,
motherfuckers are making millions
way
of
more. It's going to be way more stuff that's going to be taken down because remember, copyright strikes and copyright claims on YouTube are there to help specific things, and that stuff runs rampant and destroys all sorts of channels and people who post. So it doesn't really matter what you say the verbiage is going to be. It's going to be
just a hardcore shit. You know what you did? You offer your Snapchat and then you send all the hardcore shit there. Okay?
Yeah, just like look. Here's the
Buck. How many OnlyFans do you subscribe to? Be honest.
Me?
Don't lie.
I don't.
I'm not saying that on a public stream.
I just don't.
I'm not saying that. No.
I don't. Wait, I'm confused. Dude. Are you not saying it, or did you indicate the answer was 0? I can't tell.
I'm not saying anything on this stream about this.
Absolutely. You know what? Why don't we go over to our channel? That's a different stream. You could totally share.
No, I'll say it backstage, but I'm not saying it on.
No, you don't have to say. I'm
public
just giving
areas.
I'm busting your balls.
I know you.
You know what? You know what though? I don't know if you guys. I'm saying this off the air. Never mind. I was gonna say something.
No, you should say it on the air. This isn't a professional show.
No. He was trimming in a butthole.
That's it. You mean?
No, don't do that sign. Don't do that sign.
No.
We're just gonna come out.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
This is
we saved you. We saved you with the brown friends thing. You throw up that sign.
Don't do it.
You're on your
don't do the okay sign now because it no longer means okay.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
So I think we should end the stream before I do something really stupid.
I disagree. I think we need to keep it going. Look,
Maddie, I would absolutely subscribe to you. Absolutely. 100%.
Look at
Maddie, you should just
trying to do that right now and just being like, no, it's all right. Clayton Bigsby is my best friend.
End the stream. End the stream.
No.
Hey, when Dave Chappelle did the Saturday Night one, God, that was so good. When he did The Walking Dead, so good. It was so good.
Oh man, I think Dave Chappelle's so.
Dude, he is.
It's funny because like I want to just do the impression of Clayton Bigsby, but also I'm on air right now.
No,
don't do it. Don't do it.
Where's Chris and Matt when you need them? They could do that.
Where Chris and Matt? Matt's dealing with someone else. He's spending time with other people, and Chris is I don't know. What does CM Punk do again?
He's at AEW. He's at wrestling.
He's at wrestling or he's watching wrestling?
He is at wrestling. He's at the stadium.
Oh, good for him.
Nice. Still,
No, not good for him. He has obligations.
Yeah.
Okay?
Did you hear what he's doing next week? Next week he's going to the Donda listening party. Because that's the only way that anyone's going to be able to listen to Donda, because that shit's never being released.
I don't either.
I think we should cancel Chris.
You mean like
I
you
thought
canceled me?
himself. No, well, you were racist, Buck. There's a difference.
Oh my god! Oh my god! People come here to watch Schmoedown stuff, and then they're like, "What?"
No,
Hey.
they don't. We don't actually advertise this as the Schmoedown thing normally. We just say, "Hey."
I did. I
Hangout.
actually did. I was like, "We're going to talk about Schmoedown."
We
Yeah,
did.
and I'm like, "Hey, everyone, come here and watch." And that's it. Could you imagine if this sort of show was actually nominated for something at the end of the year? It's like, how much of this kind of show was actually worth listening to?
Well, if you think about it, anytime we had Thomas Harper on, he's given us some great bits. And some
Oh
great
my
does.
god! I hope the amount of times we've had Harper on, and I hope that some of the things that he said on any of our shows get pulled into those promos, because literally
Yeah.
you can just cut everything out in their promos, like on their own.
When we had Video Drew on, she said some great stuff.
Yeah.
With
Especially
you
that
and me.
time when she was like, "Wait a minute, what do you mean Elmo was a late night talk shows?"
Dad. So
Jesse
the
was
show
actually-
doesn't.
Jesse was in a promo from when I came on to help guest host Spin from the Reel with you.
There you go. See,
Yeah,
not with me because I wasn't there, but yeah.
whatever, one of you. And I forget who was there that day. It might have been Chris.
Corey, you always get my vote, buddy. You are
Absolutely.
the man.
You're awesome.
Corey's been a G. Since I've started any of this, Corey's always been around, very supportive. Want to get him back on Spin from the Reel to do some stuff. Actually, I should have. Damn it, I should talk to Corey.
Good question. Good question. What do you think? What do you think we do get first, Donda or Martin Shkreli's Wu-Tang album that he bought?
Or do we get a good comeback?
Every comeback's great. So
Vote for sure. Vote for me for what? Nobody votes for me for shit. I don't care.
yeah,
I'm like the black sheep of the Schmoe.
I'd say you're the black sheep of Spin from the Reel, but
And he leaves. And
Oh my god, that was pretty funny. We gotta clip that out the back. Clip that.
no, don't do that.
Partisan. I know. I think your birthday was last week, right? Happy birthday, man. I think it was last week. I saw it, but I didn't respond because I forgot to. I apologize, but happy birthday. Happy late birthday.
Who let me go on the internet?
I did. I started all this shit, by the way.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Blame Buck. He's the kid who was just like, "Hey, Jeff, do you want to do some like play-alongs with me?"
Just say goodbye to Jeff.
I'm surprised I've lasted this long.
It's because you have all the power right now.
No,
If this
I
was
just
on-
mean life. What are you talking about? I'm talking about like in general.
If this was on our channel right now, I would have stopped this broadcast minutes
Yeah, I
ago.
know. You always do that. Like we're having a good conversation, and then like you go and like just.
I'm trying to not get us canceled. That's why. But I don't have power here.
That was a bad question. And Sam saw.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Sam's
Oh my god, the tomorrow night's one on Jesse's. Oh boy. I wonder if
Are
he's-
you
I wonder
gonna
if
have
he's,
power there too?
I'm gonna see who's able to do it because to make sure that everyone can be on there, and I will demand that I have power of attorney because I think that Jesse's gonna be dead by the end of it.
Well, last time I was on Jesse's thing, freaking Jake Iacobetta looked like he's gonna die. I don't know if
Well,
you guys saw
that's
that.
just Jake though. That's just how he looks. Dude, main line's
gonna-
Bud Light. Oh, you are interesting stuff, dude. I want you to come on and look at the camera without squinting. I know it'll be hard, but I think you can do it.
God, you're just like
Why you gotta do my man Maddie like that, man?
I
That
love
is- That
Maddie.
is wrong.
I love
Like
Maddie.
Your Maddie's awesome.
coming a roast fest here. Jeff is just going after everyone in the comments.
Yeah, it's all right. Everyone's gonna come after me one day, and I'm gonna deserve everything that I get.
Absolutely, you're gonna deserve.
I think
it all.
I've accepted the point where I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down in flames at some point. I'm living on borrowed time.
I mean, same. So Jeff, let's just make it count, man. Let's just like do the most dumbest shit, you and me. It is what it is. Like I'll back you. If you say some racist shit, I'll be like, yeah, it's okay.
All right, no, I'm not gonna go that far.
I would Brandon, I would absolutely ditch him, just like I almost ditched you. They had to message me. They're like, bro, you got to come on and say Brandon, or else he's done. And I'm like, do I have to come? I have to come on.
I absolutely would never try and go that far. Anything I say is in jest, and is never meant to actually be hurtful or hateful. You can clip this part out and then immediately play it next to whatever I say 10 minutes from now. That's the opposite.
Exactly.
What's
so
on television?
I have no idea. I don't watch television. Oh, what's on my television?
Yeah, is your television on?
Yeah.
I
90 Day
just asked what's on
Fiancé.
TV.
My girl-
90 Day
my
Fiancé?
girlfriend's
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't watched 90 Day Fiancé in a while, but good.
I kind of want to put Buck on that show.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You got to find him the right girl from the Ukraine first.
No, I was thinking Russia. Or is he in the Asian
Nah.
girls?
No, you know where he's going? He's going to Peru. No, dude, you know what? You know who
Brazil.
Buck's gonna
He
be?
probably
He's gonna
get
be
it.
like that guy.
Brazil.
He's gonna be like the guy who oh shit, and I watched that. The one who married
you,
Carini.
Kelly.
He
Thank
went
you,
to
Kelly.
he married Carini from like Brazil, and he brought like eight giant suitcase, like whole giant things, and like covered himself in like anti-mosquito nets and everything because he was so afraid of anything. He didn't want to get in the water in Brazil because he figured that like amoeba was gonna like swim up his dick. It's exactly where Buck needs to go. They actually got mugged on camera. A guy with a machete came and attacked them. It was crazy.
Well, I think it would be because Buck, like, you know, he has his parents around, so like he brings this like exotic, beautiful woman home, and then like, you know, his parents are just like, what the fuck, and then like, you know, you have to go through the whole situation of like, you know, Buck like being with her, and like they're living at his parents' house, and then, like she doesn't know the customs, and he's like walking around asshole naked, and Buck's dad's like handled it.
I gotta say, Galaxy Geeks, you missed that was much earlier in the conversation tonight. We moved on. We moved on to Buck dick out with an exotic fiance right now. So you gotta get from point A to point C. Right
who's gonna excited for the Star Wars tournament? I'm very excited for the tournament.
What do you
I
don't
cannot
change
wait
the
for the
subject? No. We went from point A to point C. Point B is Buck, and that's what we're going through right now. All right.
Buck, wait, Buck. Are you like regretting ever doing the show?
No.
Buck. Good.
Brings my life entertainment.
You bring my life entertainment. Like I
You're
literally
welcome.
lay in bed thinking about ways of like just like what I could do to just like make like some crazy shit happen in your life. Trust me, when it comes to spectacular, dude, I don't. gonna be
half the things I think about in Spectacular, my mind is split up into two different like camps. How absolutely crazy I think things could get in like the evenings at night and stuff, and then during the day, what great restaurants in LA I can go to.
Jeremy, yes, I do lay in bed thinking about Buck. Just it's my life.
Yeah.
Well, you're coming like Wednesday, right? Jeff.
Well, it depends. I can come any day. I just have to, you know.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm talking. No, because like if you guys are here like Thursday, like we're going to this bar where it's like $2, $3, and $5 shots. Like
so,
I'll be getting in Thursday night, not till like 11.
We're going out. We're going out.
Kelly.
So I arrive mid.
You're definitely nominating this show.
Yeah, so like this is what I'm wondering. Like when it comes to that, like, do is it like, do we do separate channel things? Should we combine with our powers combined thing of like all of it in one? Like no. When it comes to like show nominations, would you want to push it to be separate? Like I don't know,
bro. We're not gonna get nominated. Like
no, not at all. So let's
they're gonna nominate.
Hey, if Christian asks, I'm putting our show, Spin from the Reel, and then Schmoe the Reel. That's gonna be my order. I'm gonna put it in there.
That sounds like like such like self-masturbatory voting that you got. It's like you got a Dutch rudder going on, dude.
Dutch rudder. A Dutch rudder. The upset of the year is Schmoe the Real. Schmoe the Real gets nominated over anybody else. That is upset of the year. Oh my god!
I'm just glad that people know what I'm.
Hey Matt,
yeah,
enjoy watching this back. If you decided to rewatch the entire thing,
it depends. If you're trying to do it, but then you're also doing it again, like we are with voting for ourselves, and then voting for ourselves a second time in a different form.
So CM Punk.
So who the fuck is CM Punk? He's that guy. He's the guy who started The Girl on the Third Floor.
What?
Which is okay. Yeah. He started in a horror film a couple years ago called The Girl on the Third Floor.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, he's a wrestler. He just came back to me.
Yeah. Cum Punk, right? That's the guy's name.
Cum Punk.
You're right. Cum Punk sounds like a horror movie.
Your house is gonna be something. Oh, Partisan, you're gonna be there? Oh, dude, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, Partisan will be there too. He's gonna be with us in the rehabilitation station.
No. We're gonna go hit some bars up where it's $2, $3, $5 shots.
Yeah, so that Thursday night is I'm going to the Bateman concert. That'll be fun. And that Friday there's gonna be whenever that comedy show is. That Saturday Spectacular. That Sunday evening is going to be the big oh shit. I want to be famous.
Oh, we're getting attacked.
Show me how.
Oh shit.
Show me how.
Shit, we're getting attacked. Ah, damn it. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, like block them?
Yeah. No, you can't do it from here.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's not showing me how.
It's Matt has to go on. This happened one time on Twitch. Yeah. I don't have access to Twitch.
Yeah, I
can't
right
click it. Matt, where are you?
Matt Thomas! You'd be here. Lol.
Oh. Yeah, no. I gotta save money to try to get to the Steelers Charger game.
I think that what was I about to say here after finally kind of returning to my equilibrium here about it. But then that Sunday evening is going to be the big concert at the Mint that tons of people are going to be going to. A lot of people are going to be there. A lot of Schmoedown people are going to be playing on stage too. And then that Monday, a ton of us are going to Disneyland. So it's
fucking for you, hey. With your fucking bullshit. I want to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
I can't. I have to be back in Phoenix by Sunday night, so maybe. I doubt I'd go. It'd be a waste of my time.
Yeah, but Sunday night. Oh, damn, that sucks. So you won't even be able to be there for the.
No. I'm saying I have to drive out probably by midday Monday.
Oh, you said you have to be back in Phoenix Sunday night, is what you just said.
Oh, I meant Monday night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the latest, I could probably leave at 5 to make it back by midnight.
Could you imagine bringing parties through the red light district anywhere?
While I was at work, I had Lisa in our apartment.
Should.
And y'all moved them around.
What?
I said, could you imagine bringing him through the red light district?
I'm taking Buck and Partisan to the red light district.
What? It's in the chat. Anyways.
Wait. You have to be back. When do you have to be back, Brandon?
Monday night because I have work on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an 8-hour drive to Arizona.
6. So I could leave by probably 5 or 6.
Monday. Yeah.
So I could
leave, or you can leave at 1 in the morning. Get home by 7. Go to work.
Yeah, just do that.
Okay, no.
Don't worry, we'll find Adderall for you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything left in this conversation, or are we just hanging out now?
I think
we're just hanging out. Literally, my dinner got cold. I didn't even eat it.
Yeah. So, do you want to wrap it up here? I know Shug, that's not what you
I've
do.
never done that.
It's how he has 4 kids. It's because he didn't wrap it up.
That I know.
That he knows about.
That
he knows about.
Yeah.
Just imagine all the children he doesn't know about.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Imagine the number of children that were conceived in the bathroom at a Wendy's off of I-95.
No. I'm not that. I'm not. No. I'm not that. I'm not that.
The answer's 2.
In the car.
They're twins.
Maybe at a Taco Bell. Maybe in a
that's
parking
right,
lot of a Taco Bell. But never in a Wendy's. Come on, I have class.
What do you think, Joey?
Anyways,
Yep, Buck with the zingers. He's a one quitter shooter, or what do you call it? One hitter quitter.
One pump chump.
Yeah, he better be more than one pump. I ain't paying all this money for him to be a one pump.
You still owe me drinks. You still owe me $200.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, he is classier. You know what? You're right. You know what you do, man? I bet you once conceived a child because you took someone to Macaroni Grill and showed them a great time.
I've never actually been to Macaroni Grill.
And then you took advantage of them against the dumpsters behind Rita's Water Ice, didn't you?
No, I've never been to Macaroni. I could tell you my first date with my current girlfriend. We went to Applebee's, and I didn't have enough money. I thought I didn't have enough money to pay, so I was hoping she would order water instead of soda, and she ordered a soda. So I had to drink water because I didn't have enough for the 2 for $25. Did I order a soda? Oh, I did. Okay, never mind. But yeah, I didn't have enough for the 2 for $25. That's how sad I.
Flirtsy, squirtsy, arrivederci.
Okay.
Not bad. Why are people listening to us, dude? What do we have to offer?
We have 15 people listening. Why?
It's at 16 to me right now on the screen.
Oh, well, YouTube shows me 15.
Because it's probably like all of our moms watching in disappointment.
I don't think my mom
listened to this show. She would be pretty furious for like at least 8 different reasons, and none of them are the reasons you think.
So I tried explaining the Schmoedown to my mom, and she thought that I was competing.
Well, you do compete, don't you? in fan leagues?
Oh,
you do.
I did. I haven't done it in a while.
What's your record in the fan leagues?
0-2.
Okay, you should be out of the fan.
I'm happy to be a father and to be a husband. Those things are all great, but now
I can't be anyone's number for a number of reasons. Okay.
Well,
Patrick.
number one,
Don't say
you're a
it,
guy.
Don't.
You're right. I shouldn't have assumed. But I also know
Now-
Patrick. I could say it.
Yeah, I know, but now
Also, because no one's mother.
now you
no
got me.
one's
Now you got
mother-
me real scared. Now you got me really scared.
Are you suckers ready to rage?
No, Taylor.
I am gonna
Stop
try to
asking
pull
me.
that on Monday. I am gonna try to pull that off Monday.
What are you gonna pull on Monday?
The real scared bit. Or real talk. One of those two I'm gonna try to pull off on Monday.
Who are you doing the show with?
Matt.
Oh, it's a Matt.
Oh, and JT.
Oh, and JTE. But the thing is though, is JTE is he familiar with the show? Really scared?
I don't think so.
Or do you have to sit him down for some real talk and explain it to him?
I mean, I may have to wrestle it real out of.
Oh no!
Welcome to Real Geek Core, guys. Tonight we're going to be talking about real geeky things in this core show. With us, we got your host Brandon Buckingham and Suge Knight 323. Up next, we got Wrestle Real. You can catch that every Fridays on whatever this channel is, and sometime or another, maybe this will come back. They're really scared.
You know what, Buck or Jeff though, the Schmoe is a real sport.
Oh my!
Why are we on the internet?
Why are we still going?
No idea. This is what happened last time.
Merch, guys, everyone go to Watt Real Entertainment 2 creator-spring.com to buy your shirts. What a mouthful that is. Just like Shug, how you doing? What are you up to right now, man?
Man, I gotta get to bed soon because I gotta go.
All
to
right,
work
why don't
tomorrow.
we? All right, Shug. I know I brought it up earlier. I know it's a sensitive subject because it's something you never did before. I do believe that it's time to wrap it up. So Shug, where can people find you?
You can find me on OnlyFans.
Well, that took an interesting turn.
No, you can find me at ShugKnight323 on Twitter, ShugKnight123 on Twitch, and ShugKnight323 on TikTok. I'll be doing a live stream Sunday for a tournament for Magic, and then Monday before before Spin from the Real, I will be doing a bracket breakdown with Galaxy Geeks and ASG.
Okay, very fun. Very
so
cool.
we're gonna be breaking down. We're gonna be breaking down probably mostly the second round of the brackets because we kind of know the first round, and whatever first rounds we don't know about. Breaking it down with those guys and talking, about tournament season. So make sure to join us for that, and then obviously Monday, Spin from the Real at 5 p.m. PST with Matt and Chris. I don't think Chris is going to be there this week because he again has moved, working 2 jobs, and he's at fucking watching CM Punk right now instead of filling his obligations of a podcast host. So yeah, screw Chris Lopez. I hope he sees this. No, love that guy. But yeah. What about you, Buck? Where can they find you?
Yeah, people. Speaking of people to screw, Buck, where can people find you?
Twitter and Instagram at BrandonBuck88.
All right, cool. And you can find me at GEOFF1106. That is my Twitter, Jeff1106. You can find me being really scared of being a part of other people's shows. But real talk, I really thank you for letting me take control of this for a bit today.
Matt,
it really means a lot to me to let me be a part of heading some sort of show that talks about real sports such as this one. But we got our Schmoe the money. We do all sorts of stuff there. Buck is so dumb with us. And you know what I think? So, I appreciate everyone for hanging out with us for 2 hours of over 2 hours of whatever this is. Am I canceled? Am I not? We're gonna find out. Just so you know, I won't be around next Friday because I'll be on the streets of Memphis. So maybe I'll pop in on my phone. So when everyone makes a joke, oh, where's Jeff? Did he get canceled from his comments next week? No. This is pre-planned. My cancellation was pre-planned, guys. So, yeah.
unlike my kids.
Unlike any of Shug's kids. Yeah. So
Buck, smile, goddammit.
Buck, don't smile. Don't do that. It makes you look happy. I don't like it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
We don't like.